Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over Matic and kind of see if Cipher was able to call this dump that we recently had not too long ago. So it does seem like this was the talk of the town last couple hours ago, this huge sell-off here of Matic. And I do remember in crypto Twitter about a few people talking mainly about just the run-up it had been having as well. Or crypto Twitter, YouTube. I can't remember exactly where I heard it first from, but a few of those sources had been talking about its run up that it had been having. So obviously that was enough hype for this major sell off to occur. And with that, just want to make sure I'm not speaking too loud here. Turn that down just a tad bit. Okay. And with that being said, yeah, it did seem like a pretty crazy sell-off that we experienced there with Matic, and I'm not sure if that was with some of the other altcoins as well, but I did kind of hear that some of the other altcoins did experience some loss as well as BTC, and we could jump into CoinMarketCap if we really wanted to just to see, but last time I checked, Matic was the top coin in the negative. So yes, it is still 50% to the downside here. So yeah, with a few other coins that we were, on the charts as well, Ravencoin. So if we go back over here to Matic, we can kind of take a look at this crazy run up that we had experienced, for a while. And it had been, from a while back, but this is the 1 hour chart. So we're just going to kind of go through it, see if we can kind of see what may have been happening here. And one thing I do want you to notice is all of this blue wave on the upside here. A lot of buying pressure, right? A lot of buying happening here with all these blue waves up at the top, and we were consistently staying above our EMA ribbon. It was pretty much heavily, in that lighter blue, white area, which means that it is in its little bit of a bull cycle, right? So let's go over here to the 2 hour. Same thing. All of our waves are on the top side of our pivot point here, which indicate that there was a lot of buying pressure happening, right? And this happened for, let's see if we can time this out. But from where it dumped to, I mean, that was probably a good 19 days, 20 days. So not even that long, to be honest. I thought it was a little bit longer than that, that it had been kind of running. But it doesn't seem like it was that long of a way. To be honest, I think 20 days was like literally when BTC was kind of dropping off of its nose diving its way down into the abyss, right? From like 9300, and that looks like Matic was going the opposite direction while BTC was dumping. So I don't really know a lot about Matic, but I did kind of want to look the network up and just to see like what it entails and what it's about. So we can just go through this together in case y'all aren't too sure of it either as well. Scalable and instant blockchain transactions. So Matic network brings a massive scale to Ethereum using an adaptive version of Plasma POS. Okay. So I do remember hearing about Plasma and it being something that Ethereum was trying to implement. I think an exchange of tokens, possibly. I forget exactly what Plasma was supposed to be on top of Ethereum. Plasma framework that provides solutions to faster and extreme low-cost transactions with finality in a main chain. Okay, POS checkpoints. There's a transactions chains. Okay, so basically a way to scale Ethereum for the most part, right? Ethereum is definitely going to be one of those coins that stays around. I mean, there's just a lot happening with it, especially with the Constantinople hard fork, or not hard fork. It was, I guess, an upgrade that just happened to Ethereum. And there was another chart I did kind of want to show y'all, but this isn't about Ethereum. We can go over those charts later. That is on my list of charts to kind of look over, and we can talk about Ethereum as a whole, and where we see it lasting. But Matic is definitely going to be one of those probably coins to help out Ethereum in the long run, with Plasma being implemented to scale. And then I believe they wanted to introduce like Raiden or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of cool names in crypto, and I'm sure a lot of people get tied up in the names. but yeah. So Matic was having its nice little run up here. Let's take a look at our 4-hour. So all this up here, and literally this is like the exact opposite of what BTC is doing right now as well. So of course there's going to be sell-off pressure, and because this is an altcoin, not a lot of liquidity in there, right? As well, you're going to have really big moves that are hours, a couple of days, or whatever. They can happen in a blink of an eye. And that's basically what happened here. It just looks like a big whale decided to just sell off everything. So I'm sure that was kind of interesting, but I didn't have any stake in Matic, so I really don't. I don't like. I feel for everyone because obviously crypto right now is pretty tough. But yeah, this can also be pretty damaging to some people too. So we just have to make sure that we are aware of certain things and precautions to take when we get into certain cryptos, right? If you're trading, or if you're there for the long term in the hold or the hodl, then you can prefer it that way or do it that way. So as you can see here on our 8-hour, we started to have a lot of bearish divergences happening, right? Our money flow is still in the green here, so maybe not as quite of a big of a sell pressure may have not been expected, but the fact that we do have a lot of these bearish divergences happening, that would probably be a pretty good indication that something might be coming up, right? And that we need to move our way back below the pivot point to fulfill these divergences. And so let's take a look at our 12-hour. So 12-hour. Not a lot to be said here just now, but as you can see, there is just this major cut here on our blue wave, which would indicate that we will come back to that downside, right? And we will probably stay underneath this pivot point for a little while. But I think our 8-hour was a pretty good indication that we needed to sell off, and probably our 6-hour as well, with more bearish divergences happening, right? So obviously your trend is your friend until the end, so that was a pretty steady incline to not be super freaked out about it. But because it had been rejected so many times, it's like, okay, there's a lot of sell pressure pressuring up, and then all of a sudden it's just gonna explode, right? And that's exactly what happened. It was like, okay, we can't just keep pumping this thing over and over until it just finally decides to bust, right? And that's what happens with Bitcoin, as well as some of the other altcoins that you've seen in the markets too. When they have these crazy run-ups and then they just immediately drop. So Bitcoin, has a little bit more consolidation to some of the drops, but it's still pretty scary sometimes. So we can take a look at our 18-hour here, see what we have. Not too much to say there. The daily had this bearish divergence here as well. Now, Matic could end up, coming back up here, but I think that this dip here may have like scared a few people out probably, and probably panic sold or whatever you may have it. But let's take a look at even some of these higher time frames as well. So it does look like it came back up to retest its all-time high, which was at 569 satoshis when the coin was like first released. So a lot of these coins, they have these pretty big sell-offs, and then as we've seen in some of the other altcoin reviews, they tend to consolidate here down at the bottom, and then once they're ready to go, they're ready to go. and that's why we kind of take a look at some of these Cipher B waves down here to kind of see, okay, where the consolidation patterns are happening and when they're ready to move back up to that upside swing. And so as you can see here, we have our consolidation pattern after our sell-off of the coin release, which was back in April of 2019. So it hasn't been around for too long, but we had the consolidation and not really like a huge sell-off at the very beginning, as compared to some of the other coins that have been around since like 2018, and maybe you hadn't heard a lot from the projects. Now I think Matic had kind of been in that crypto sphere and been keeping people up to date probably. I know I'd heard about it a few times here and there through certain platforms or whatever. But because we had this consolidation pattern here, then we started to trend up on this 3-day chart. So then we started to trend up, and then once we hit this pivot point here, it's pretty much off to the races then. You can see that we started to come back down here, but we put in another green dot. And this works the same way on the bottom side of Cipher B as well. So if you are already trending above that 0 point and then you start to come down, but then you don't cross that 0 point and you shoot right back up, it's basically like, I would say it would be considered like a green blood diamond. Or like, I don't even know what you would call it, but it's like basically the opposite of what the blood diamond would be, and then we would just have that big pressure or big swing back to the upside again, with that buying pressure, right? So as you can see here, we put in that green dot, and then we're just ready to come back up here. And as you can see, there is a red dot right now, and it does look like we had a pretty nice little doji here. I guess that's what you would call a doji. I'm still trying to learn certain candle patterns as well, and just we're all studying together, so we're learning a little bit here and there. But this Darth Maul candle here would definitely probably indicate that we'd probably come back down to swing low again, and so we may still stay above the 0 point, but we could come back down and then decide to continue running from here. And if we take a look at our 5-day, maybe we can get some information. So 5-day, still a pretty big upswing here. We'll probably go a little bit higher, to be honest. We could come back down and consolidate here to maybe put in like another possibly like huge like cup and handle maybe formation, I would say. So you have your cup here, and then maybe an even wider, broader handle that's formed to continue back up to that upside. And take a look at our weekly. I mean, this coin just honestly, it's interesting because a lot of these altcoins, when they're first released, they tend to just go straight down below the Cipher B wave, right? They tend to have that bottom wave first, that undertow wave. But here on Matic, on our weekly chart, we were just in a steady uptrend from the get-go. So that's a nice bullish indication too. I'll have to do a little bit more research on some of my other groups that I'm in to see if they have mentioned this coin at all, because I really don't know too much about it. It's not one that I've really been keeping an eye on, and it hasn't been mentioned in any of my other Patreon or Signal groups too as well. Oh yeah, by the way, y'all, I am working on a Patreon group, so I hope that y'all are thinking of being interested in getting involved with it. It's still in the works right now. The page is already set up, and I do have one post on there right now. But you can go ahead and go get signed up for the newsletter, which is free if you want to get signed up. I am doing a giveaway at 500 subs, so we're almost at our goal. I think we're at about 360 maybe right now, which is it's been steadily moving ever since CryptoFace gave me that shout out. So things are moving along pretty well, getting things set up here and there. I've been super busy trying to keep everyone engaged, and with all the content that I've been releasing and stuff, and doing the live streams and responding back to people. So it's all coming together, y'all. I appreciate all the support that y'all are giving me too. It's a lot of good vibes and at least on CryptoTakeOver. So thanks for that. I appreciate it. And yeah, y'all can go check out the Patreon if y'all want. The link's down in the description below. Also, I have the Telegram group where you'll get updates here and there. I think we have a few more members now. I'll just refresh. Oh, we're already at 40 members, so that's great. Yeah, Telegram group's growing. Also, I did post a link to our Discord group. So we have our Discord group that's now available, and y'all can come check out the Discord group. Keep in touch with me, message me on here. Also, I have Twitter that you can message me on as well. I'll be posting when we go live. I want you to engage with the Crypto Takeover community. I want y'all to help each other out if y'all need help. I have several channels here, strategies, leverage trading sites, exchanges to get your coins that you're looking for, traditional markets, fiat to crypto. A few people ask me what's the best way to inject into the market their fiat, and I have a few ways that y'all can get started here. Also, if y'all are interested, I do have the voice channels available. I do have a private crypto chat, which will be available only to my Patreons when that gets started. And we will be able to do some live calls with each other and maybe go over certain charts that you're looking at or certain altcoins that you're interested in to get my opinion and perspective on them as well, with the Cipher market Cipher indicators and just overall perspective, and just there to help each other out. So yeah, y'all can get signed up for the Patreon if y'all are interested, and then I can make y'all a Patreon member inside the Discord. And then also I am doing that free giveaway, the Ledger Nano S at 500 subs. So y'all can, if y'all are interested in learning charting, get started with TradingView. It's literally the best chart program out there, charting website out there. Y'all can get signed up with the link in the description down below. Right now, my girlfriend is supporting me using TradingView, and she helps out a lot. And so, if y'all get signed up with her link, the commissions will go to her. If y'all just want to go ahead and get a Ledger X, y'all can using that link down there below. And not your keys, not your coins. Remember that. I'll be doing a review on unstoppable domains later on, running off of the Zilliqa network, which is also an ERC20 token. So stay tuned for that as well. If you're interested in leverage trading, I do have that link down in the description below for Bybit. Please use the testnet first. Do not send your crypto to the exchange. If you're interested in learning how to trade, please use the testnet. Use the fake BTC first before you decide to actually deposit your BTC on there. And then also I have the Brave browser affiliate link. Earn BAT token while you browse the web. Super easy and simple to get set up. Y'all can just click that link down in the description below. And then also, if you're interested in mining Bitcoin straight from your web browser, y'all can get started doing that. It's super easy to get started. You pretty much just download the web browser, and this will be running in your background to start mining Bitcoin straight from your computer. And it's an easy way to make passive income, really. So it'll get started up here in a second, and it'll use your hashing computer power passively earn that Bitcoin while you're running your computer. And so I have a few fans set up underneath my computer. I'm running a laptop right now on this computer, so I have a fan underneath that just in case, because it'll start to get your computer working. It'll start to get the fan speed up a little bit as well. Yeah, but that's a pretty cool way to let your technology work for you, right? So the _Twitter and Instagram if y'all are interested. And yeah, that I think does it for this video. Please like this, comment, share. Share this on your social media platforms or wherever other groups that you're involved in, to let them know that Matic does seem to be like one of those coins that will probably stick around for Ethereum, at least, to help it with its plasma scaling capabilities as well. So I'm sure you'll be hearing more about this, but we'll do an update on Matic eventually later on. It did just have a big sell-off, but that's because we saw a bunch of moves on the upside of our Cipher B pattern with tremendous buying pressure. indicate some of these smaller cap altcoins. You can see how fast they move up and down, right? 28 days consolidation period, time high of where it was released at, and then within a couple of hours back down to its consolidation period. So I'm sure it'll have its run-ups again. I would more likely think that the next run-up will probably be past the all-time high. So that's just my price prediction later there. But because we haven't seen any moves to the past its all-time high, I would say that it could pretty much go anywhere after that. So 56 or 567 satoshis. Once we consolidate, I would say for a couple of more weeks, we could see it go back, test that as well, and then maybe go further beyond that. All right, y'all. Check out CryptoTakeOver.io. Link down in the description below. I'll leave y'all with that. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way y'all can be updated when I do my live streams pretty much every single night. And yeah, with that being said, comment, tell me what your favorite altcoin is. I'll add it to the coins to review with Market Cipher. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great night.